Hey, I am live. I haven't been live since I think before the holidays. Okay, cool. Just making sure my phone is turned off. I used to take my live calls on Tuesdays, you guys know, but my calendar is completely booked now with clients. So, which is a great problem to have. I absolutely love it. But I've realized that I don't actually have any time to go live, even for a half an hour. So I think I'm going to make Wednesday, not I think, I know, I'm going to make Wednesday my new lives days. And I'm going to figure out, yo, David, what's up, man? You're going to love this topic. So I'm going to make Wednesday my regular lives day. And I think I might actually do it in the morning. That way it's like exercise. So I actually have to do it. So here's the deal. This is what I want to talk about. I've had so many, if you're here, by the way, say what's up. Say hello so I can help better understand who I'm talking to, and so I can service this message better towards you. So I've been meeting with so many clients. My business has been absolutely booming, and I'm super, super thankful for that. We had a record-breaking month in November, followed by another record-breaking month in December, and we are on track for a really huge record month this January. And I'm noticing that in my conversation, say what's up if you guys are here. What's up? Tell me where you're at. So what I'm noticing in my conversations when I'm talking to prospects, when I'm talking to clients who've signed on board, is there is a misalignment between where their brand positioning is, and then how they can effectively close. And the thought process here is that the amount of clarity that you have within yourself when you're getting onto these calls is going to be the amount of clarity that you're absolutely able to give to the other person who's joining the call. And so what brand positioning means, I feel like the world of branding has done a bad job of branding ourselves and literally calls everything brand messaging, brand identity, brand tone, which can sometimes make it confusing. What positioning actually means is, let's say that you are a yogurt. You're a Greek yogurt, okay? You're a Greek yogurt company. And you have a specific point of view, what type of yogurt you have, where it's made, the amount of fat in it, what the style is, all of that kind of stuff. And then you have a price point, labeling, everything that's attached to it. So that Greek yogurt is going to sit in the supermarket amongst at least 20 other Greek yogurts, at least 10 other companies. So if you're a fan of Greek yogurt like I am, you know there's Greek yogurt, but then there's Icelandic Skyr yogurt, and then there's Yoplait regular yogurt, and then there's Yoplait trying to make Greek yogurt, and then there's this like vegan yogurt, which I like think is disgusting. I can't even eat that. So you have all these different type of yogurts, and if you are Chobani, how do you stand out? How do you decide I'm going to be the Chobani and I'm going to create space for myself and I'm going to create space for my brand and I'm going to be recognized as the leader of Greek yogurt Chobani, right? Then you have somebody who came in afterward who, like Siggy's, who does the Skyr yogurt, and when they came out afterward, they wanted to emulate Chobani, but they wanted their own positioning, their own marketplace. So they came out with, this is Icelandic yogurt, it has less sugar and it has more protein. So it's appealing to a certain type of customer. And maybe that customer is the type of person who would pick Chobani and also come back and pick Skyr, but they understood where they were at. And so then everything surrounding their brand, how they message, how they write their advertisements, what they put on that label, basically how they speak to the people who are consuming them. That's where the brand message follows what the positioning actually is, and knowing deeply who that avatar is. When you're clear on that, it makes so much more sense when it comes to sales. So using another example, let me know if this is helpful. I picked yogurt. Maybe I wanted yogurt. Oh, I know why. I gave my daughter Zaoni a black cherry yogurt this morning, so it's like spinning in my head. I'm like, am I craving a yogurt? Like, I don't think so. Let me know if this is helpful, guys. I want to make sure I'm hitting home. I hope I'm explaining exactly what brand positioning is. So I'm going to give a second example. I'm going to give a second example of how does this work in the online world. So many of my clients are online. They're the, coaches, consultants, service providers. But I also have clients too that are brick and mortar. And I have clients who are product based, etc. So there's a variety of different people. But at the end of the day, the messaging, the process of what it is with your brand positioning and how do you get people to close is about the same. So you can see in the title I have up here, I have a 60% close rate. So here's two things that you want to know about that. One, what that means is that I close 6 out of 10 people that I speak to. So that's enormous because it is meaning my brand is positioned in the right way. It means I know how to qualify who I speak to before I hop on a phone call. It means that SS calls or strategy sessions or sales calls are super exciting for me. I think they're fun. It also means that I will not offer to somebody who's not a good fit. So when I don't offer to somebody who's not a good fit, that does two things. It positions me as from a place of leadership, and it also positions me in the place of not needing the sale. I don't need the sale, and I really truly want the best thing for the consumer, for my client, my prospect, whoever I'm on the call with. And it's important to have that kind of clarity within yourself and have that set of standards to say, no, I don't make an offer when I don't think it's a good fit. So that creates so much conviction. So just to be clear, let's define this up. So I mentioned I close 6 out of 10 people. So let me define that for you guys. What that means is I may have talked to 12 people in a week, but when I say I closed 6 out of 10, I made 10 people an offer. And then 6 said no, and the other 6 said yes, and the other 4 said no or maybe later. They go into that category. But there were 2 people that I just didn't offer. And after being on the call with them, after qualifying them and hearing their problems, listening to their mentality, I realized, oh, hey, this is not a good fit for you. So I just want you to know that it's important that you're on phone calls with people, but it's also okay for you to not make a call, not make an offer. It's not necessary to do so. So I'd mentioned there's something else about the 60% close rate. So the very first thing is what is that? The second thing is that it's an extremely high close rate. So how can that be? Don't we have COVID going on? My price point is definitely at a world-class price point because that's the type of services we provide, and that's the type of clients we have. Hey, Laith, how's it going? What is going on? Tell me about what's up with your business, man. Thank you for saying hello. I appreciate that. It's fun. I like having interaction with you guys, with the crowd, because it gets me motivated, gets me excited. Although I'm a pretty excitable person. So just being able to tune in to my own brand positioning and knowing exactly in the world of branding, brand strategy. A lot of you might not know this, but I actually do business coaching now. I used to do it kind of like tangential to what I'm actually doing, but now I actually have programs that are front-end programs, back-end programs related to sales, related to priming up your profile, and making sure that your profile, your organic is hitting home. And I also have a straight sales program because I'm so damn good at sales, and I can see where the brand piece left off and why the sales piece is not happening. So you don't have to have a branding need anymore to work with Launch because we've just expanded our services and it's been going really well. So it's allowing our business to scale, and we're able to have much more of an impact on the consumers we want to serve. So we want to serve people that are small business owners. There is a lot of people out there. There are like really big branding agencies that serve enormous large companies. That's just not where my interest is. My interest is taking established businesses and up leveling them. So if they're stuck at 50K months, which a lot of my clients are, getting them up to the 100K month. If they're stuck at 100 and they want to hit, 200, 250 a month, so they start to see 2 mil, 3 mil in revenue, we're looking at that. Or on the lower end of things, people who are stuck at 20 who are trying to get to 40 have similar but different problems. So just being able to help guide our clients through understanding where is their positioning at and how do you know where it's at. And the thing is, if you don't know what brand positioning is, you're defined. You're like the yogurt. You're somewhere on the aisle. You just don't know where it is. But the rest of everyone else knows who you are, whether you're the Yoplait, the Chobani, or the Skyr yogurt, or Siggi's, whatever. They know where you're at. So it's so important that branding is not just a logo. It's not just looking nice. It's not just hoping people will go read your testimonials or go to your landing page and look at your tank page and all of that kind of stuff. Brand positioning is putting you into the spot that you want to grow into. And then your customers are magnetized and attracted to that which you've set up, that what you've created. So yeah, that's really important. And when you have that brand positioning up, why your close rate is affected by this is when people come onto my calls, for example, they already know where we're at. Like, they know not to hop on a call if they have nothing to invest because I'm not their person. If they want graphic design or a logo, like a commodity like that, I'm not their person. So they already know that because I've been busy setting up what type of brand we are. And of course, I've got my application and those kind of routines. But the other piece I want to mention about close rate, now that I've defined it for you guys and made it super clear what it is, I know my close rate at all given times. So it fluctuates between 58 and 60%. Pretty much fluctuates between that. What alarms me is there's so many people, when I ask them that question, they don't know. They're like, well, I have it in a spreadsheet. I'm gonna have to look that up. Actually, you know what? I haven't even been tracking how many calls I've been having. So if you don't know the numbers, if you don't track the numbers, whatever you are not measuring is not going to improve. So it's super important to be able to measure these things up and know where you stand. Thanks, Brett. I'm glad to hear there's a lot of value. Brett, tell me what some specific questions you have, or Laith. Let me know, guys. Is this hitting home for you guys? Because I want to give back. I haven't been here in a minute because I've been so busy serving my clients. And a part of Launch's mission, though, is to serve everyone, like to help advance everyone in their entrepreneurial journey, so they don't give up. So you guys don't give up. You don't go back to working for corporate America when you don't want to. So it's absolutely, even though we're busy serving our clients, we want to make sure we're on here, we're giving back. And we're helping really motivate and inspire people because we were there. Like literally, we were there. Launch actually just turned 2 years old. We turned 2 years old in January. So I've actually not been in business that long. I just think that I was like made for it. I think I was made for it. I didn't even want a business. I ended up having a business when I got fired from my job unexpectedly. And so then I started a business when I realized I was completely unemployable based on my entrepreneurial attitude. I was completely unemployable. So I started this and now I love it. This is a great game. Okay. So I'm not seeing any questions. Let me see what else I can drop value of. Let me know if there are certain things that I can recap here. But I think that's the point I wanted to drive home is that if you are stuck, if you're completely new and you haven't sold anything, I don't want you to worry about this. This is not for you. You don't have to worry about it, and I will tell you straight up, you don't even need to worry about your branding yet. Once you sell between 3 to 5 of your offers, that's when you need to start thinking about it. Or if you've been in business a while and you're not hitting the revenue goals, even though they're good, like 30K is good, 50K, good. But listen, I know they sound like great numbers, but when you're the person who hits that, like I have a client right now, I love her, she's amazing. She has been stuck at 40K, the number 40, the entire last year until December when her whole sales thing dipped off. And when you're stuck at a number, you feel like you are plateauing. Not feel, you know you are, and you don't understand what's wrong. You feel like you're capped. You feel like there's a net holding you down. And that can be really demotivating. That can take the steam right out of you and make you wonder, well, what am I doing wrong? While you watch other people flying by you. Let me tell you this. You gotta invest in yourself, but do it smart and do it with the right people who are ahead of you. I can't tell you the amount of people that I get onto calls and they're like, oh yeah, so what am I actually supposed to do here? And like some coaching programs are all tactic based. Here's some hacks. Some seem to be all theoretical. Let's just chat about the theory of what marketing and sales is and branding. And then some, which Launch is a part of, is a hybrid where there has to be theory that matches tactical application that's customized to you, that actually makes sense to you, so you can be held accountable and take that imperfect action. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of like hit that piece home and say, that's what we're looking at. If you're stuck at the same levels, or you know you should be more and you can't get there, feel free to DM me. What I want to do here, I want to give you guys a training, so hit me up with the comment profile field below, and I'll send you over a really amazing video. It actually has things you can look for and things you can exactly apply. Right now, you can just take that video and run, and it has real information. So you can get your profile like spruced up. You can know what to look for. So hit tag profile field below if you want help with that. So, hey, what's up, Chelsea? What's going on, girl? Okay, Laith, can you go deeper into the positioning? So what do you mean? Like, give me some context. What business are you in, Laith? Okay, Laith is saying profile field. Cool. I'll have my girl Melissa on our team. And you know what? I think I'll actually have Ryan Hill send that over to you. I just added a new team member, so that's super cool. So Launch, we've got 2 team members now, Melissa Grooms and Ryan Hill. So I'm super excited to have them here with me growing on this journey. So, okay, so as it relates to positioning, let me know what your business is. Oh, I'm a business and marketing coach. Okay, that makes sense. What part of business, Laith? So here's the thing. I'm going to take what I have and just like run with that while I wait for his response. The rest of you guys, if you guys have questions, let me know. This is the best way to get time with me because I'm running around between clients. Hey girl, what's up, Jamie? What's going on? How you staying out in a commitment market? Okay, so Laith, the amount of business coaches alone, the amount of marketing people alone right now is absolutely insane. So I'm actually working with a marketing client right now. And to be honest with you, I was like not totally sure if he should hire me. So he was one of those people I went back and forth with and really got down into his pain points of like, hey, you are a marketer. Like what, we're speaking some of the same language. What am I going to be able to do for you? Right. And once I talked to him, I realized that he's freaking amazing at marketing other people, but his blinders are on like this when it came to his self, his identity, and his mindset. These were the pieces that were out of alignment. And when he was telling me about his offer, it was like marketing mumbo jumbo. And it was so funny because he's a marketer and he obviously likes what he does. He's talking all this jargon. It happens a lot with my techpreneur clients. I'm like, listen, nobody cares. Nobody cares about your Python code. Nobody cares about how you make this software happen in some like black box. That's not what your consumer cares about. So Laith is saying, how do you stand out in a competitive market? Okay, I got that one. I specialize in helping coaches and consultants create engaging content faster. Okay. So I think Laith, therein lies the problem. That sentence, that doesn't interest me, even though I would potentially be your avatar. So what is the why? Like, why do I care if I have engaging content faster? So we all know the thing. You can be very liked on Instagram and have a ton of followers and be making absolutely no cash. You can also have a two-step you drop on your profile that one person commented on, true fact, true story, and you close on it high ticket. So doesn't just faster and engaging content, that's not it. That's not the end all be all. So we need to like be able to hone in on that message. So here we are, Laith, with your specific problem. You do marketing. You're probably stuck in the same way my client used to be. He's overthinking his marketing because he's the marketer. I also have another client who's actually a brand designer. She literally does brands for people. And we were on a call and she's like, oh man, is it going to be like, is it not going to look good if I actually like hire somebody to do mine? And I gave her peace of mind. I'm like, hey, I'm an award-winning interior designer, and I hired an interior designer to like help me with my home. Because had I just sat there and done everything on my own, I just would have been spinning and spinning and spinning and overthinking. Listen, so the best coaches out there, like Tony Robbins has a coach. Jay Abraham has a coach. Taylor Welch has a coach. My girl here, Jamie Morocco, she's an amazing women's fit pro, like ridiculously good, has a coach. She's literally a fitness coach, a nutrition coach, a business coach, and now a branding coach. But why does she need that? It's like, if you want to be top tier in your game, if you want to be top tier in the game of entrepreneurs, you have to have your own coaches because you have blinders on when it comes to your own business. You need somebody ahead of you who's actually going to be able to guide you. Let me know if this makes sense, guys. And I mentioned it earlier. If you want an amazing video on how to prime up your profile, comment profile fuel below, and I'll have Ryan Hill get that over to you from my team. So he'll add you first and we'll get it over, but it actually has some hows, what to actually do. Jamie says, hey, top 1%. Exactly. So let's talk about that. What's up, Hannah? Hannah. So listen, top 1%. So the amount of prospects I talk to, the amount of calls I have with people, I have an application, I'll get on a call with them and I'll be like, yo, okay, cool. You're at 10K month. And oh, I see here you want to get to 100K. And then I'll be like, you want to get to 100K by 2 months from now? And they're like, yeah. No, I know I can do it. Oh, okay, cool. How are you going to do it? And they're like, well, it's just like, it's a really good offer. I've mapped out a whole strategy. I've done 17 spreadsheets. I've taken a coaching course. It's just a matter of this. It's just a matter of if I do 10 sales. And I'll be like, oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you've done the math. I'm glad that you're doing all the things. Sounds like you've been really busy. Sounds like you're a hard worker. How many sales have you had in the past? Oh, one. I usually have one good sale that comes in a month. Okay. How tell me again, how are we going from 1 to 10? Where are you doing some kind of other like strategy? Is there like something else I'm missing here? And this is one of the biggest problems I see. Everybody can claim that they want to be their top 1%. The amount of people willing to do the work in the right order, in the right sequence, and I'm going to break some paradigms here, and not doing all the things are who's going to actually get to the 1%. So no, I'm here to tell you it. I'm going to break some dreams here. You are not going to get from 10 to 100K in 3 months. You're not. If you are, I'm like, it's a percentage, you're like probably a lottery winner. You're one of those people, so you should like run out and go do that. But that's not realistic. So setting a goal that's so beyond your reach of measure, I'll tell you why this is actually a comfort tactic. Let me tell you why. If I'm at 10K and I set a goal of 100, I get ego stroking, I get people's admiration. So people who are not going to call me on my bullshit, or who are not ahead of me, or who are making 5K, or who are making 10, will admire me for my gusto. They'll say, wow, I can't believe you're going to, wow, that's amazing. Like, man, he's on fire. He's about to go kill it. He told me he's going to do 100K. Like, it feels good. It feels good to your ego. Here's the problem. When the person doesn't hit the 100K, it's not like they send a message out. Hi, everyone who was on my profile. Hi, everyone who watched my lives and my announcements. Here's an update to the goal. I said I was going to do 100, and I actually did 7 the next month. So, Alex, I love your vulnerability. He's saying, I did this all year. I did this all of last year. And you know what? I appreciate that recognition, recognizing these like inner mechanisms that cause us to think we're setting big goals so that it's going to drive us up the mountain. That's the equivalent. 10K to 100K is the equivalent of couch to marathon. You notice that, like, y'all know about that program, right? Couch to 5K. Meaning not money, obviously, like 3 miles, 3.1 miles. Couch to 3.1 miles, doable. Still hard to do. Still feels pain in your body. Still makes you some days be like, I'm not going to walk. I'm not going to run. I don't want to jog. I'm annoyed. I hate everything. It still makes you feel like that. But there is no program out there that says couch to marathon. Couch to 26 miles. It doesn't happen like that. And so don't believe any bullshit if somebody's on an SS call with you and tries to sell you in the sense of filling your bucket up and say, yeah, we can get you there. Because they can't. Because they can't. They can't. Even Tony Robbins isn't going to tell you he can do that. So if you want to be honest with yourself, set a realistic goal. What that actually does, because what I'm telling you about why it's like actual safety, when you set 100K and you're at 10, you're saying, I'm aiming big, I'm doing big, I'm whatever. And then afterward, you start to slow down and you're like, oh man, well, I mean, I tried. That was such a huge number. Who could have done that anyway? It's an excuse. It's an excuse so you can hide behind the wall. Whereas, if you say, I make 10K consistently and I want to get to 15 or 20K a month, that is so doable that you hold yourself accountable to making that happen. I don't care how amazing your coach is. At the end of the day, you are the owner of your business and you must continue to push your trolley forward. Got it? So I want a lot of people to stop doing all of the things. Doing things is rocking chair movement, so you feel like you're just progressing, but that's not it sometimes. Sometimes you just need to take what you've already learned, take what was already in your coaching courses, take what you've already read in the books, and apply, pivot, apply. All right? Okay, went on a little diatribe there. This is fresh for me. Okay, so Hannah saying, I agree, coaches are like high-performing athletes. I love that. We all need coaches to level up and find our blind spots. That's absolutely right, Hannah. I'm so interested to what you think, too, with you being a mindset coach. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. I'm about to wrap this up because I have another video to shoot. So it says, Sean, as my knees would explode. Yeah, I don't even like couch to marathon. I mean, marathon's not even like on my list anymore. Like, that's just not on my list. I'm not a marathoner. Sean is saying, which is a metaphor for my business. I just know it. That's funny. Yeah. So this is my encouragement. It's January. You want to set some ambitious goals. Great. But the best way for you to hit your goals is to hold yourself accountable by having a reasonable, realistic, achievable goal as the next step forward. I was just talking to another client about this. He messaged me. He's like, I'm going to make 300K. And I just looked, I was on Messenger, but I was like, okay. And he's like, what do you think? And I was like, I don't even know why we're having this conversation, because I just want you to make, get you consistently to 10 to 20. And he's like, okay. He's like, but I like to aim for big goals. And then, even if I get 33%, I'd be at 33K. And I go, you could. I go, or you could say, I'm going to get to 20K, hit that first, and then you are allowed passage to then say, I want to get to 30 or 35 next month. Then you hit that goal and you're allowed passage. Not every month of your revenue is going to go up like this. That's not how it works. It takes a while. You'll like be at 10, you'll hit 20, and then you'll go back to 10. And you'll be like, oh my God, and then you'll hit 20 again, and you'll go back to 10. That happens for a while before you get into the rhythm. So I want to see you guys winning more. I want to see you guys getting to hit your goals more. And the way and the key to do that, understand what your brand positioning is. Take the time to do it. If you don't know it or you think you might be a good candidate to talk to, hit me up in the DMs. I am not a hard seller at all. I'm actually really good at understanding who I can help. And if I can't help you or you're not in the position, send you on your way and tell you what to do, which is basically what I outlined here. Set realistic goals, push yourself for something you can achieve, because your self-esteem will go through the roof. Your confidence and conviction when you hit that goal will feel so much better than telling yourself you were going to hit 100K and hit 10 again. That internally in your mind starts to decay away at your confidence. And then that comes through on your sales calls. So anyways, I hope that this helped. I hope that this gave you some idea of why it's so important for you to know your close rate. If you want to play the game of business straight up, I love it, but it's a blood sport. So get ready to play. I'm sure you want big numbers, big goals in a period of time, top 3%, top 1%. You can do that, but you have to take the steps up slowly but surely. So all right, so I'm wrapped up. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Appreciate the active audience. One more time, if you want that awesome video profile fuel, hit in the comments, and I will talk to you later. If you watch this later, hit me with a replay and tell me one thing you got away from this. All right, bye. Thanks, Sean. Glad to hear that it was really good. All right, bye.